A company that was once its own business in the 90s was changed for the best to be extreme. Hey guys, what's up? This is APW. Welcome to APW Talk. Today we're going to be talking about the rise and fall of ECW. Before we start, I just want to say click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and let's just get started. Let me know in the comments what opinions you guys want to see, what you guys want to watch, and just let me know. All right. So first thing we're going to be talking about is the history behind this business. So it used to be a business considered by NWA when it was known as the Tri-State Alliance Wrestling Alliance back in 1989, which was owned by the time by Joel Goodhart. And business was doing well. It was like the NXT back in the NWA, where people began training and stuff. It was then a year later, in 1990, he gave it to a guy who we knew as Todd Gordon. Two people, actually, Todd Gordon and Paul Heyman, who was a booker at the time. And the business was going well between those guys. They decided to change the name to Eastern Championship Wrestling because it was in Philly. And because it was such a big business in the Philadelphia suburbs, it became a training area for new superstars, but it wasn't receiving a lot of attention. So it lasted from 92 to 94. And that's how things got for Eastern Championship. But Todd Gordon gave it to Paul Heyman, who we all know as the advocate for Brock Lesnar and the special counsel for the tribal chief Roman Reigns. But he was the new owner, and Paul Heyman wanted to see something new about the business. He wanted to show people what ECW was really all about. And in my case, I really think it's a good idea to show people what they're capable of, and with this business, it's really he wanted to start with something. With WWF and WCW run by Vince McMahon and Eric Bischoff, he wanted to bring competition from 1994 until 1996 because unfortunately it wasn't doing enough. Even though it was still named Extreme, it wasn't really extreme. So then the company was defunct. Came back in 2001. That's when ECW got really, really huge with big superstars like RVD, New Jack, Tommy Dreamer, Sandman. Their definition of ECW was hardcore. And what I mean by hardcore is that it was deadly. It was deadly. It was real. How do I say this? It was a real issue brought by WWE and WWF. Vince McMahon had some trouble. Paul Heyman was running the business. Remember, he got fired by McMahon and ran back to ECW to manage the business. And he used to be a former Alliance member. So we all knew how far that went. There's not a lot about ECW to inform people. It's just some saying that it started out as a small business, became a big business in 2001. With big names, New Jack, Tommy Dreamer, Rob Van Dam, Bobby Lashley. Those were the biggest stars of ECW. And in 2007, they had to file bankruptcy because that was the fail of a lifetime. And then after that we have FCW that later becomes NXT, and that's a business that did succeed. So forth, and going forward, there wasn't a lot of appreciation for ECW, probably because mainly New Jack, who has had some problems outside the wrestling ring. I'll be talking about New Jack probably next week or the week after, because this is going to be a really harsh topic I'm going to be bringing about someone, because to be real honest with you, New Jack was one of the most dangerous men in ECW, and it's a guy that I don't think people want to hear or talk a lot about. So I'm going to be leaving that up to you guys. Um, that's pretty much what I know about ECW because, like I said, it didn't last long. So it was just a company that ran a while from, it was separated for 2 years. And then 2 years later, it came back with a different name, but not a lot of success. And then it came back and lasted for 6 years, which had a good run, but it just wasn't successful enough to continue. And, it's a shame because ECW did have a lot of stuff. It did have, John Cena was there for a match and Mick Foley too. So it kind of broke my heart that people just weren't there and they didn't watch or knew how ECW could have been capable, what they were capable of, or what they could be successful at. And that's a shame because I wonder what ECW will be like today. Maybe it would still be the same. For me, it's the same as Raw Underground. That's what I feel. Extreme Rules is a way to pay homage to ECW. And I feel like Raw Underground is just another way for ECW. I mean, it's just as cruel and violent as it is in ECW. So I can't argue about that. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining APW Talk. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a longer video, I promise. We're going to be talking about Bruiser Brody, who really killed him in the land of my home, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Did they cover it up? Do we know who the murderer is? Is he really guilty or not? Until next time, to this APW, thank you for watching this. Click the subscribe button, click that notification bell, hit the comments, hit that thumbs up, and let me know what you want to hear next. Until then, APW, peace out.